What's going on, Jerome's? We're back at it, taking a look at another mock draft. Pro Football Focus, our guy Trevor Sikkema getting after it. And there's some shakeups. Like, we knew 1,000%. Now, I'm not saying that Trevor did this, but I'm saying that a lot of the mock drafts, after Daniel Jeremiah got his 1.0 out, oh, Jaguars not going Thibodeau, not going Hutchinson, oh, going offensive lineman, oh, yeah, there's going to be tackles at one. I think that shift is going to happen. Again, not saying that Trevor did that, but I think generally you're going to see a lot of the mock drafts like, and a lot of players that DJ was high on, a lot of players that he was low on, versus the consensus. Things change. It's kind of funny, man. But Tampa Bay, Trey, been doing the damn thing for a bunch of years. Really respect him. Let's dive on in. Vikings go cornerback, but which one? We're getting into it. So one, Jacksonville, Evan Neal, Alabama, man size, Cam Robinson leaving. Yes, protect Trevor Lawrence no matter what. Because Hutchinson would be great. Thibodeau, sure. Probably Hutchinson more than Thibodeau. But, I mean, yeah, protect your investment. Number two, the Lions. I mean, if they take the full 10 minutes in the first round to turn in this card, if Hutchinson is on the board, fire everyone. Fire Holmes, fire Campbell, bite his kneecaps on the way out. No, Aiden Hutchinson, bring in that attitude to the way that Campbell wants to play defense. Bring it, man. Three, Texans, Kyle Hamilton, where they could go a bunch of different ways. Maybe they move on from Laramie Tunsil, so maybe they go Ekwonu here, maybe they go Thibodeau, but yeah, Kyle Hamilton is just that versatile piece that you want in the middle of your defense, and he's just going to be a stalwart because Nick Caserio wants to build this defense a la the Patriots defense. So like a McCourty plus, yeah, I think we're okay with that. Number four, the Jets going Ekwonu here. Pride of NC State, absolute physical freak. I think that after testing is all said and done and teams really think about it, maybe Ekwonu goes ahead of Evan Neal, even though I think Neal is probably the safer of the two picks, but yeah, just an absolute getting after, man. Hey, it's nice when an NC State offensive lineman works out. Yeah, but the Jets already have Mekhi Becton, so you're going to have Ekwonu play right tackle. But those bookends for Zach Wilson long term, come on, son. That's right. Five, Giants going with Thibodeau from Oregon, where, yeah, he definitely was the number one pick going into last football season, last college football season, but he got hurt and then didn't put up all that great a tape. But I think that his physical tools are hard to ignore, even though he doesn't bend that the way that Hutchinson does. But, what can you do? Six, Panthers. Now, Panthers could go quarterback, but remember, they picked up Sam Darnold's fifth-year option, so they're like, oh, we're sort of stuck in the middle with you. Also, we got Ben McAdoo as our OC, so we are fully tanking for 2022. Bryce Young one time. But Charles Cross, the great offensive tackle from Mississippi State, going to pair up with Taylor Moton. And you're seeing this, where this is going to be a really good offensive tackle class. It's really good tackle, cornerback, and also just another great wide receiver class. Go figure. But you're starting to see that teams, oh yeah, we need great bookend tackles. That's why the Vikings, they secured Brian O'Neill. That's why they drafted Christian Darrisaw. So other teams are trying to emulate that as well. Seven, the Giants, Tyler Linderbaum out of Iowa. Woo! Now, this is pretty high. Versus where centers generally go, but Linderbaum is an absolute stud. If they want to fix that offensive line and give Daniel Jones a decent chance with the Giants, I don't know if the new GM Joe Shane and whoever their head coach is going to be is going to do that, but yeah, Tyler Linderbaum is clearly the best center in this draft. He's the first interior offensive line to go off the board here, and Giants going with both sides of the trenches with Thibodeau as well as Linderbaum. Go ahead. 8. Got the Falcons. Now, they certainly could go quarterback here. Kenny Pickett, estate planning for Matt Ryan, but I think that Arthur Smith, I mean, he could be just racking up and stacking up weapons for Matt Ryan just to see if he can get one more good cigar puff out of Ryan before they discard him. But Treylon Burks, whatever happens with Calvin Ridley, who really knows? But you have Cordero Patterson, you have Kyle Pitts, and now you have Treylon Burks. And Arthur Smith, Tennessee, A.J. Brown, just getting it done. Treylon Burks plays that same way. Just big, physical, tough, in your face, is never going to give you an inch. That's Treylon Burks. I love this pick. For me, after thinking about it for a while, like, Treylon Burks is my wide receiver one. Like, him and Drake, go back and forth. And then you have Olave, and then you got Garrett Wilson, and then Jameson Williams, even with the ACL, is going to be up there as well. So, come on, man. 9. Broncos break the seal on quarterbacks. This is a pretty popular pick. I think that if quarterbacks get by Carolina at 6, Denver is going to be the first team to dip in, where Hey, jumping George Payton. Drew Lock, no. Teddy, no. But Kenny Pickett, yeah, got to answer hands about the hand size. But if they check that box, and if they don't get Russell, if they don't get Aaron Rodgers, I think Pickett would make a lot of sense here as a burp. That you were 10. Jets, Jets. So, again, the Jaguars taking Neal at 1, building around their quarterback. Jets are doing the same thing, even though Rob Saleh, I'm sure, would love a bunch of defensive pieces. But Drake London, big-bodied, go up and get it, Mike Evans type player. So, yeah, this makes a ton of sense. And Zach Wilson. So, you got Drake London. You got Elijah Moore. Man, you got a lot of weapons there. That's a lot of fun. Plus, you got 2 great bookend tackles. Let's go. 11, Washington. Another popular pick going quarterback here, Matt Corral for the Commanders. That's what it's going to be. Yeah, Taylor Heineke, fun story. He is not the guy long term. They do have their pick here, Matt Corral. Malik Willis would be intriguing, but I think Willis is the type of player who needs to sit for a year, maybe 2, to really update to the NFL game. But Corral, if he has to play right away, I think could be fine. Love his attitude, love his moxie, love his intangibles, etc. 12, this is the dream scenario for the Vikings, where 2 quarterbacks taken, it pushes a bunch of talent down. So the Vikings have their choice of cornerbacks, and they go Derek Stingley in this one. Ahmad Gardner is still on board, where Stingley, you are betting on potential. Where can he regain his true freshman form from 2019? His last 2 years have been injured. Tape hasn't been as great. Ahmad Sauce Gardner, last 2 years, has clearly been the better cornerback. But also you have to factor in caliber of competition. So can Stingley get back to where he once belonged? You are betting on that physical freak potential. And I think you can't really go wrong here. Like if you go Booth, if you go McDuffie, if you go Stingley, if you go Sauce Gardner, I mean, any of these guys really could be cornerback 1 in this class. I think this is a really good cornerback class yet again. But Vikings, P squared, who knows? Dantzler, who knows? Mack is definitely not going to be back. So they need some new blood in the secondary. And also, I mean, if the Vikings do hire a Todd Bowles or D'Amico Ryans, maybe they pull a Zimmer and say, hey, putting our thumb on the scale, we need a little bit of cornerback help here, man. Even though you do have a lot of freaking talent on the board still. Garrett Wilson there, George Kalafdis is there, Greek Freak, Ojabo if you want to go there. I love me some Devin Lloyd too. I mean, if you're going to replace Anthony Barr, I know that Eric Kendricks is sad about losing his guy Anthony Barr, but hey, how about we get a younger, larger, faster, stronger, better version of Anthony Barr in Devin Lloyd? Just the playmaker, man. He's ridiculous. Also, our guy Jordan Davis is on the board too. So there's a lot of ways that the Vikings could go here. Maybe they even go quarterback. Who knows? But 12, yes, I understand there's some question marks around Stingley, but if he reaches his ceiling, I think it's still higher than Sauce Gardner, even though Sauce Gardner is just a dude, man. Like, basically flip a coin. Also, Sauce falls like a rock in this draft. I don't get it, but yeah. 13, Browns keep Garrett Wilson, G-Dub in state. Hey, maybe Baker Mayfield will do something. Sorry, maybe Kirk Cousins will do something. Nah. Well, if the Vikings do trade Kirk Cousins to the Browns, this is going to be the Vikings pick yet again. So, I mean, hell, they could go Stingley and Garrett Wilson back-to-back for the Vikings. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. 14, the Ravens get George Karlaftis from Purdue. He just seems like a Ravens player, doesn't he? He does, where he's got the power rush opposite of Odafe Oweh, just getting after it. I love it, man. Probably even play Karlaftis at 5-tech. 15, Eagles, first of the 3 first-round picks. They go David Ojabo from Michigan, where he needs a lot of polish, but the upside is certainly there. 16, the Eagles taking Devin Lloyd. That's gross. That's gross, man. So you're adding Ojabo and Devin Lloyd. And who do they take with Trent McDuffie? Wow. Just completely remaking that defense in one offseason. I hate to say it, but Howard. I love that draft. 17, the Chargers going Jordan Davis, where, they're probably going to move on from Linval. So plopping Jordan Davis in the middle of that defense for Brandon Staley. Let's go. Do we miss one? No, Devin Lloyd. I love Devin Lloyd. Like, I respect Nakobe Dean, but Devin Lloyd is just a freak, man. He is. 18, the Saints going George Pickens from Georgia. National title champions, baby. Let's go. And let's see here, 20. Yeah, Steelers go quarterback, Sam Howell. He's got the moxie. He's got mobility. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I really want to love Sam Howell, but the way that after he lost all of his weapons, or his primary weapons from North Carolina last year, UNC was just not the same. So was he product of all the talent around him, or did he make the talent around him better? I don't know. I don't really know. Like, I like Sam Howell. I want to love him, but I just can't at this stage. 21, Patriots go to Nakobe Dean. I mean, Nakobe Dean is just a Patriots-type player, isn't he? He does. A little bit undersized. He's not going to be the physical freak that Devin Lloyd is, but just a smart football player, great leader, and Nakobe Dean is just going to be rock solid in the middle of that Patriots defense for a long time. 22, the Raiders, where, the tragic Henry Ruggs incident and Jamison Williams, it really sucks he tore his ACL because I think he could have been wide receiver 1, but speed for days. You're going to shelve him. He's going to be on the PUP list to start the season, but yeah, you're betting on him long term. Go ahead. Cardinals, Drake Jackson from USC. Again, this is a very good edge class, and which we've talked about in the Danielle Hunter video. Could depress his trade value, but yeah, Drake against some in Arizona. Let's go. 24. Cowboys, Kenyon Green. Oh, yeah. They can't ignore that their offensive line is slowly deteriorating. There you go. So Kenyon Green filling in for Connor Williams, putting in opposite of Zach Martin. That makes a lot of sense. 25, Andrew Booth from Clemson. I mean, the Bills' defense is built from the back forward, and this secondary getting Andrew Booth, pairing up with Trey White. Let's go. Tennessee Titans, Bernard Rainman, Raymond nailed it. Coming in from Central Michigan. I don't know what it is, but they've just been churning out great offensive linemen. Joe Staley, Eric Fisher from back in the day. So, yeah, even though Tennessee got knocked out, they need to rebuild that offensive line. Could certainly go quarterback in the spot. Malik Willis one time. Yeah. 27, Bucks, Roger McCreary, where Carlton Davis, he's potentially going to bounce, and they've been a little bit thin at cornerback, but I mean, if Tom Brady retires, like what is going to be the plan here? Is Kyle Trask the guy? Do you go quarterback here as well? Bruce Arians says he's going to be back, so he obviously wants a quarterback, so I don't know. 28, Packers, Jahan Dotson, where, yeah, they need someone for Jordan Love to throw to because they're going to lose Devonta Adams, who's not as good as Justin Jefferson. Woo! Love it. 29, Bengals, Max Mitchell from Louisiana, Raging Cajun. Again, Louisiana, a lot like Central Michigan, has been punching above their weight in terms of cranking out offensive linemen, but Max Mitchell probably going to replace Riley Reif. Maybe Reif kicks inside, or maybe you could probably put Mitchell in at guard for a hot second as well, but go ahead. 30, Dolphins in the pick from the Niners, getting Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa. Again, somewhere they've just been throwing everything at the offensive line, and it hasn't really panned out. Could be one of the reasons why Tua struggled, but they just try again. 31, Jaquan Brisker from Penn State. He's a dude, man. He is, like, I understand all the hype has gone to Kyle Hamilton, but Brisker is fantastic. So the Lions certainly could have gone quarterback here, but getting Aiden Hutchinson and Brisker, two fantastic pieces for that defense for long term, that's great, man. And then 32, like we said, how does Sauce Gardner get this far? I don't know. Well, if he got this far, I think the Vikings should honestly entertain trading back up into the first round, getting the fifth-year option on both Sauce and Stingley. Saucy Stingley. Come on. Also, that would be the greatest FU to Mike Zimmer. Like, hey, you're fired. Look what we're doing. 2 dose cornerbacks in the first round. Let's go, man. But that's it. That's our thoughts on Tampa Bay trades, mock draft PFF. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts, on his thoughts, on everyone's thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.